Good morning, fourth graders. Today we're going to be doing lesson 3.6. Remember to write your goal if you haven't done this yet. The actual lesson is called World Tour Flying to Africa, but what we're actually going to be working on is practicing our elapsed time in solving word problems. Let's take a look at number 1 on page 63A. Turn to page 63A. The directions say, suppose you are flying from Charleston, South Carolina to London, England. You have a connecting flight in Washington, D.C. Number 1 states, your flight to Washington, D.C. leaves Charleston at 7:05 a.m. It lands in Washington at 8:34 a.m. How long was the flight? This problem is asking us to find the difference between the end time of the flight and the start time. When we find the difference, we're going to subtract the two numbers. So we could do 8:34 minus 7:05. This one we can solve just all stacked up like this. We can't do 4 minus 5, so we're going to take 1 away from the 2 and add that 1 in front of the 4. 14 minus 5 is 9. 2 minus 0 is 2. Bring down the colons. 8 minus 7 is 1. This tells us how long the flight was. It was 1 hour and 29 minutes. Please pause the video so students may solve this at this time. You will be finishing this page on your own or quietly with a partner's help. There are more problems like this, so let's take a look at number 5 on the next page. It says, your flight to Charleston is delayed because of stormy weather. That means you have to wait longer. It finally leaves at 8:57 p.m. and lands in Charleston 1 hour and 44 minutes later. What time does it land in Charleston? Well, let's try solving it another way. Let's use our clock over here and set it to 8:57, so almost 9 o'clock. And then we're going to move 1 hour and 44 minutes longer. We know 3 more minutes will take us until 9 o'clock. That means we have 1 hour and 41 minutes to go. Let's move that full 41 minutes first, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 41. And then move the minute hand and the hour hand again. So now the time is going to be 9:41. So I'll redraw that as 9:41. And now we need to go 1 hour farther. So if it was currently 9:41, 1 hour later is going to make it 10:41 p.m. So we'll write down 10:41 p.m. You will be finishing this page as well during work time. Today during class, you're also going to be finishing Math Box 3.6. It says, solve mentally or with a pencil or a paper and pencil algorithm. We're going to try the first one together, so please open to Math Box 3.6, and we're going to do 4B, practicing the subtraction. So we're taking the number 9,004 and subtracting 515. When we look at this number, we see that we can't do 0 minus 4, or 4 minus 5. We also can't go next door and take away from a 0. We can't go next door to the hundreds either, so we need to go all the way to the thousands. We're going to cross off the 9, subtract 1 so it's 8, and put the 1 in front of this 0. Now the 8 column right here is all set, the hundreds column is set, but the tens is not. Again, we always go next door to the left to take 1 away, so we'll make that a 9, and now our tens place is a 10. Let's take 1 more away from our tens, and our 1 place is a 14. 14 minus 5 equals 9. 9 minus 1 gives us 8. 9 minus 5 gives us 4. We bring down the comma, and 8 minus nothing is 8. So now we can rewrite our answer that 9,004 minus 515 is 8,489. You'll be finishing this math box on your own today. On your learning journey sheet, it says that today you're doing lesson 3.6. We can jot down the date as 10-30. And then here are the activities you're doing. First, you're going to finish the math journal, page 63A and 63B. Those are those story problems with elapsed time. Then you're doing math box 3.6. The teachers will be checking number 4 to make sure it's correct. Finally, you play baseball multiplication top it. You do need to use the reference book to review the directions and Math Masters page 506 to make sure you're doing the work completely. When you're done, activity B is blend space. Activity C, you have an activity in here and then you move on to the blend space.